September 1st. I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. Oh my, y'all. Woo, child. If you having a busy morning like I am, drop down in the chat and say something. Holler at your girl. Oh my goodness, y'all. It has been a busy September 1st, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. If you are ready for this new month, drop down in the chat and say, I'm ready. So you guys, I'm celebrating 2 years in business. Can you believe it? I cannot hardly believe it. Can you believe it? Hold on, y'all. Look, my ponytail. Is my ponytail crooked, y'all? I got a little wild on Sunday, y'all. So ain't no telling. My ponytail probably crooked. Anyways. Oh, let me take a sip real quick. Y'all know I got a good LaCroix. Shout out to LaCroix. Oh, let me turn it that way. Shout out to LaCroix. Let me take a sip. Happy September 1st, you guys. I cannot believe it's September, first of all. This year is going by extremely fast. It has been a really, really, really wild year for me. Some good, some bad, some ugly, some very bad, all of that. But hey, today I am celebrating 2 years in business. I can't believe it. We are 2 years old. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I'm going to spend a little time with you guys today on my lunch. I want to go over some tips that I just read that I thought were really useful to help you build your notary business. So I'm going to be going over that today. And of course, I'm going to be giving some giveaways, giving some stuff away. Every time I celebrate a year in business, this is only my second year, but I'll be doing this every year. I always give some stuff away. So this year, I'll be giving away notary merch, entrepreneur merch, and paper. So anybody here on the live will qualify. If you're watching this on the playback, unfortunately, you will not. You have to be live to get in with the giveaway. So just drop down the chat and let me know if you're interested in any of the giveaways. I have on one of my shirts now. This is the entrepreneur shirt. I'm sure you guys have seen some of this merch, but I'll be giving away merch. I'll be giving away paper. All of us need paper, right? Okay, so drop down in the chat and let me know if you want to get entered for paper, if you want to get entered for merch. If you want to get entered for both, just drop it in the chat. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is another one of, drop down in the chat and let me know, are you guys reading these? I ask you guys this all the time. Are you guys reading these articles from the NNA? Because they are always jam-packed with really useful information. So let me see. I'm just reading the comments. Okay, you want to get entered for both? Okay, cool. So yeah, drop down the chat for those of you guys who are just coming in. Let me know if you want to get entered for any giveaways. I'm giving away paper. I'm giving away merchandise. So you can hit either one of those in the chat or both, whatever. And I'm going to choose a few winners at the end of this live. Okay, so let's get into it. This first tip on how to expand your business and find new customers, I think, is something really useful and something that I'm even going to implement. I have not implemented yet in my business, and that is to be a joiner. And that means to join different networking groups. They're suggesting, and this is an article I'm reading from the NNA, they're suggesting that you join your local land title association or a bar association. And I've a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, actually join their local land title association, and they've been going to a lot of events and then networking with a lot of different title companies. And what I hear consistently is that at these events, there are never any notaries at these events, right? So if we go to these events and join these associations, more than likely we'll be the only ones in the room. Hence, you have a room full of title companies that you can potentially market to, that potentially can be customers. So I too I'm going to take my own advice on this one. I've had it on my list of things to do and have not done it, to join my local land title association. And you can simply Google it. Google land title association and you'll find the association in your area. But I've heard time and time again, it is great to join these associations, and there are hardly ever any notaries that are part of these associations or go to any of the networking or meetings. So I'm gonna do that myself, okay? So they go on to say to try to get involved with sponsoring events. This is another tip that I got. So once you join the association, you can always say, hey, can I sponsor lunch for your office? And that just basically gives you a window of opportunity to put yourself in front of potential clients. You know, hey, I'm going to buy the office lunch today. That's what they call sponsoring an event, or or any event that they're already having. You could say, I want to sponsor that event. So that means you'll be paying for the event. But again, that'll give you the opportunity to be in front of a room full of potential clients. And again, that's something that I have yet to do. So I'll be taking this advice myself. Happy Notary Boss birthday to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, realtors and attorneys are always hosting or attending golf tournaments. I've heard this as well. I even have a colleague who has taken up learning golf because a lot of her clients play golf and enter a golf tournament. So these are just different ways and ideas you can get in front of potential clients. And again, I'm gonna be implementing some of these things myself. Then the person writing the article goes on to say that they once sponsored a real estate seminar for a local bar association. At the event, they raffled off one free signing. And I've heard this tip before. This is really good stuff, you guys. I've heard this tip before. You raffle off one free signing, right? You do one free signing for this title office relationship with tons of other signings. So I think these are really good ideas. Let's see. Retaining existing customers. Now, this one I'm really, really big at. To give you guys an example, as I'm sitting here celebrating with you guys, I also am treating all of my escrow offices to lunch today as a celebration, letting them know, hey, I'm celebrating my second year of business. I would not be in business if it wasn't for you all and your continued support. So I'm treating all of my offices to lunch today. And those are ways that you can retain your existing customers, because we work really hard to get our clients, right? To get this direct business. So once you get it, you want to continue to maintain the relationship, do everything that you did to get the business, basically. You know, I work really hard. I'm sure you all work really hard to market and get, bring gifts or follow up, do all those things. Once you land the client, you have to consistently still maintain that relationship. And I do that by like checking in. I check in with my clients on a monthly, quarterly basis, just checking in with them and say, hey, is there anything that I could do to improve the quality of service that I'm providing? I always welcome any feedback. I always ask, please give me feedback, because I want to know if there's something I could do better, more of, less of. Is there any other things that you need help with? Even outside of me doing the signing for you, sometimes they're busy around the office. Maybe they need extra help. It's just always good to check in with the clients that you do have. And I think that that's a really good way to maintain and retain their business, because I have heard of a drop off or a lack of communication between notary signing agents and their direct clients sometimes can result into a loss of that business or loss of that office. And if there's no communication, ongoing communication, sometimes you may not know why you lost the business or why they're not calling you as much. So it's good to check in, keep checking in. So there's always a line of communication open on both ends. And I think it's important to let the clients know that you are open to feedback, or change if they want you to do something different, or, something along that line. So retain existing customers is a big one. I also want to add to that, as you retaining existing customers sometimes can lead you to new customers. And I'll explain that by saying I have offices who have, by word of mouth, told another escrow officer about my services. Oh, hey, I use this particular notary. She's really good. Why don't you give her a try? And that can always expand your reach out to other offices as well. Let's see. I'm big on thank you cards. I always mail thank you cards out, even to my clients that I've had for the last 2 years. I have one, I'll tell you guys a cute story. You walk into her office and all the thank you cards I've gotten her are like all across the wall. So, she doesn't get tired of them, is what I'm saying. So, if you mail a thank you card, be consistent, don't stop doing it once you get the business or once you get the client. I still give thank you cards. I still give thank you, treats, lunches, whatever. I never stop saying thank you because there's no way that I'll be able to reach the plateaus that, that I'm reaching if it wasn't for them giving me signing. So I never stop saying thank you. What else? Always include your business card. That's a big one. Even with someone, like I said, some of my older clients, over time, they might misplace my business card. They don't have it anymore. So every so often, I'll always, still drop a business card off with, a package or treats or what have you. And it also will always keep you in the forefront of the client's mind. You always want something visually to remind them about you and your business and that you're there to service them, because as we probably know, or some of you all may be brand new and you do not know, but this is a very fast-paced business and environment. Real estate profession, all real estate professionals are busy all the time. So a lot of time it's just a matter of you being on their mind. So things that are visual, your cards, your flyers, treats, whatever jogs their memory. I know I have one client who she'll say, like, if I drop in and check in on them, oh, I have your card here somewhere. Let me push it to the top, because there's tons of people that come in there, not just notaries, but there's different people coming in to try to get their business at all times, and they have all these business cards. So if you're not staying at the top of their mind, your card could probably get tossed somewhere, So anyways, what else? Emails I'll do sometimes. I don't know. Like I said, they're so busy. Sometimes I feel like emails get lost in the shuffle. So I do emails sometimes, but it just depends on the scenario. Thank you. Good afternoon. Let me see what's going on in the chat before I continue. So if anybody's just coming in, like I said, I'm giving away before the chat is over. Notary merch, entrepreneur merch, or paper. So you can drop down in the chat and let me know what you want to be entered for. If you want to be entered for all, you can say all. If you want to enter for shirt, paper, whatever, drop down in the chat and let me know. Let's see. Thank you. Well, okay, a lot of people say they want to get entered for both. Okay, I got you. Shirt and paper. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I am talking about ways to retain business, grow your business. This is some of these things I'm pulling from an article that I read recently from the NNA, and I always encourage everyone read those articles because they really are jam-packed with a lot of great information. Someone said, enter me for all, please. Okay, I got you. So let's see what else we have here. So the next tip in this article is not one that I really implement, but I know some people do, and that is to expand your services outside of loan signing. I know for me, loan signing, I love it. 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 It keeps me so super busy that I do have other opportunities that present themselves by way of like general notary work, but I am so busy with my loan signings and now my signing service that it's like I just don't have the room for it. And in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, the general notary work that does present itself just hasn't been as lucrative for me to really put the energy into it. So what I do now when I do get those things come my way, because they do, is I'll actually have one of the other notaries on my team go ahead and handle it. That's just me, but I'll go on to share some of the ideas that they're giving you to expand your business, you know, like I said, outside of loan signing. So some of us may or may not do this, but you can add your name to Notary Directory websites, as well as websites like Angie's List and Yelp. I know a lot of people who do general notary work are big on like the Google business page, and make sure you're ranking there. That's a good way to get a lot of general notary work. And let's see. Oh, let your clients know where they can review your business online. I know online reviews are going to basically increase the amount of business and traffic that you can get for general notary work. Now, I've heard nursing homes, they want to say nursing homes, hospitals, jails, and rehab facilities always need notaries. I've heard that that's a pretty good avenue to kind of zone in on. Like I said, I haven't personally, but I know people that just solely focus on hospital work, or attorneys' offices and things like that. I think with a notary commission, you really need to find a niche or a specialty that works for you in order to make it lucrative. That's just my opinion. The court system, that's another one. Don't forget the court system. Many times it says people testify over the phone when they can't make it to the court location, and notaries are used to verify the identity of the person on the phone. So I will say this about the court system. One niche that I do pretty well at with the court system is adoptions. I did an adoption once, and by doing so, the social worker got my card and was like, obviously I do adoptions all the time. And I forgot what she said. I think the service that they used before, just, you know, she didn't really care for it too much. Oh, this is what it was. They were trying to basically price gouge them. So once this person found me, I think on Google, to come do their adoption paperwork. And once she saw the rate that I was charged, she was like, oh, I'm going to keep your card. And now she basically calls me for all her adoptions. So I do, court work can be pretty lucrative. And the thing I like about court work, specifically adoptions, is that any fees that the person adopting a child has, the court reimburses them. So if you get with a social worker, or you could even go down to your local family court and even ask for one of the social workers, they'll be happy to see you, because a lot of times they're trying to get those adoption paperwork signed kind of on the fly sometimes, or they need somebody who's reliable, and again, it's not trying to price gouge. Because I've learned over time, sometimes when people call and say, hey, I'm doing an adoption, for whatever reason, they'll try to upcharge it. Where here, I'm in the state of California, here you're supposed to charge a set amount, which is $15 per signature. And I also do charge a modest mileage fee to go to the courtroom. But again, they said that they talked to several other notaries who were trying to charge them like 5 times of what I was trying to charge them, which is really goes back to my point. I think people who do just general notary work, because it's not that lucrative, what they'll do is they'll try to inflate their mileage fee, or they'll try to inflate the rate, because they're trying to make money, because there's just not that much money in it. I honestly think that that's what happens. But because I do loan signings, most of us here, I think, do loan signings, we're making pretty good money. We're not trying to figure out a way how to inflate our rates, because we're doing pretty well. But I think people who are only doing general notary work, I keep hearing that here in California anyway. I don't know if that it's like that in other states, that they're inflating their prices, and I think that they're just trying to make some money, and they should probably just take their commission and find a specialty that's more lucrative. That's just my opinion, though, you guys. Let's see, because I will say this, there is some people I hear out there that just do general notary work that are doing really well. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Okay, so let me see. Was there anything else? So, of course, market your business. Marketing your business is an ongoing activity. Okay. Even for me, I have to remind myself that I still need to market. Sometimes I get really, really comfortable. I had my highest earning month this year. Month this year, or since I've been in business, period. I ended August with $10,600. And so you get to the point where it's like, okay, I'm doing well. You almost sometimes feel like you don't need to market anymore. But that is false. You still need to find time to market ongoing. And I had to push myself this month to market to a new client. I marketed to a new client at the beginning of the month. It's going pretty well. They have not given me any business yet. However, it's still going really well. And I'll tell you why. I don't know what your experience is, but my experience with marketing is for the most part, I have some clients come easier than others, but for the most part, it's a marathon. It's not like you go into market and then the next second you get business. Not for me anyway. Some people said that they've had that experience. I personally has been more of like a marathon, a lot of follow up, a lot of just getting the office to say, okay, I'm going to give you a chance, give you a shot. So I think it's important to come up with a formula, come up with a marketing formula, and be consistent with it. And even when your business starts to grow and you start to reach your goals and make the money that you want to make, don't stop marketing. And I'll tell you this other thing. I say keep marketing even when you have consistent clients, because sometimes things change. I have one escrow officer who, she was actually my first direct client, and as of now she does not work for that office anymore. And I remember when she stopped working for that office, it reminded me why, ongoing marketing is so important, because she was my only direct and I got so used to it, and she was funneling me a lot of business every day. And then all of a sudden that stopped. And I was like, oh shoot, I should probably I should probably have kept doing this. You know what I mean? So that was a reminder to me back then. Like, you can't just, once your business gets to where it you want it to be, just know that things change. Escrow officers leave, they change offices, things change. Or I've had this happen as well. Areas change. So I have another escrow officer who, she went from handling signings here in my immediate area to now all her signings are like 3 hours from me. So it's like, I'm not going 3 hours anymore, so, or I never went 3 hours. So anyways, there's all type of scenarios where marketing should be ongoing. Always be looking for new business and always find time for it, because we also, once your business starts to grow, you're going to get busier and busier, and it's easy to get caught up in signing all the time, signing all the time, signing all the time. So you have to take some time to figure out when the best time is to market. For me, I found the best time to do it is at the beginning of the month. That's a little slower for me. That's when I'll do all my marketing. And I also don't market to title companies on Mondays or Fridays, because I learned that they're very, very busy on both of those days. So I actually pick Thursday as my marketing day. I'll pick a Thursday, and it's always usually at the top of the month. So, yeah, this Thursday I'll be marketing to a new office. And I'll tell you guys this little strategy that I'm using is, once I'm in with one title company, I'm hitting like their other offices. So I don't know about where you guys are located, but we have title companies, but they're located all over the city. So once I start signing for one, it's easier, I feel, to go into the same company just in a different area and say, hey, I've already been signing for your Sacramento office for the last year or so, and I'm looking to expand my reach. It's easier kind of to open up the conversation. And I always tell everybody, if you're going into market direct to a title company, make sure you start that conversation with the person at the front desk, the receptionist, because what I've learned over these last couple of years is they really are the gatekeepers. They really are the ones a lot of times scheduling appointments with us as the notaries. I know a lot of times we want to get right to the escrow officers, but so far in my experience, who I deal with every day for my direct clients are their assistants, are their receptionists. They're the ones who are doing the scheduling. They're the ones that's checking the docs. They're the ones that's uploading the docs and emailing us. They're doing all that stuff. So when you walk into the office, get in good with the person at the front desk first, because they really are the ones that handle all the notary business, to be perfectly honest. So let's see if there's anything else I want to share in this article. Promotional items. They're saying promotional items are great for marketing tools. I agree with that, and yes and no. I have business cards, but I don't like to spend a lot of money on, how should I say this? I don't like to spend a lot of money on promotional items unless I know it's going to make me some money. Sometimes I see a lot of us putting a lot of money into things, but you know, we have to keep in mind that our main goal, right, is we want to make a profit. So I hate to see like people spend a lot of money on pins and buttons and flyers and all this stuff just to go pass out. And that might not necessarily is what's going to get you the business. You know what I mean? You're not going to get the business that way. The business is going to come by you being consistent and you being able to somehow articulate and then show these companies that you are a good signing agent. And so you could spend, I don't know, a ton of money on promotional materials and be a horrible signing agent. You know, at the end of the day, these companies just want to know that you are good at what you do and that you're available, you know, and so your job really is to convince them to give you an opportunity to prove that. And once you prove that, you're in the door. So I'm kind of so on marketing materials. I mean, of course, have a business card, have a visual, have something that you could show them that they could follow up with you on, but don't go crazy spending a lot of money on stuff. You know, I see people out here making billboards and putting pictures and stuff at bus stops. I mean, I guess that's cool, but it's like, how much did that cost you? And is it turning you a profit? You know, I don't know. That's just my opinion. They also gave another good tip. This is a good one. Ask your fellow notaries. This one has been big for me, and I'm really grateful over these last couple of years. I've met a lot of other great notaries in this business, and I've been able to bounce ideas off of them and just us bounce ideas off of each other. So I think that that's very important in any business, not just notary business, but any business. Have other people that are in the same business that you can create like a safe network with to bounce ideas off of, questions, concerns. That's why I was so excited to meet Kendra. Who was that, like a couple weeks ago? We got to meet for brunch because she was one of the people when I first started this business. I talked to her pretty much like every single day, bouncing stuff off of her. She was always so helpful, you know, and so encouraging. So I think that's really important to get with somebody and bounce things off of. Oh, this is a good one. So set yourself apart from other notaries. So my thing on this, let me see what they say about it, and I'll tell you what my take is on it. Okay, the article says there are a lot of good notaries out there, which I don't agree with that, but that's what they say. There are a lot of good notaries out there. It's not enough just to be good at what you do. You must find a way to set yourself apart. Do you drop off packages to local title companies, saving them expenses on shipping? Do you let customers know when you see something is incorrect? Okay, blah, blah, blah. I see what they're getting at. So basically, they're stating to set yourself apart by standing out, by going above and beyond. I kind of don't agree with that because from what I've seen so far, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. There are not a lot of good notaries out there. I think the way to set yourself apart is to be a really good notary signing agent. So I don't know where they're seeing all these good notary signing agents at. I don't know, because for the most part, I don't know. I think it's easy to set yourself apart by being really good. And being really good, I mean, not making a ton of mistakes. If you do make a mistake, don't even explain why or give an excuse, just fix it. Being available, saying yes way more than you say no. I I think those are the things that make you stand out. I really have to go back to being a really good signing agent. I don't know how many times I could tell you guys, even my direct clients will tell me they've had to deal with notaries that, you know, are making simple mistakes. So I don't know. I don't think, and now too that I'm on the other end, I have notaries um, working through my signing service. I see it every day. I don't, most notaries are not super meticulous. A lot of them are making a lot of mistakes that I feel like that they shouldn't, because, you know, if we're doing our signings and we're checking our packages before we leave and we're checking them again before we scan, it's like, how are you missing these things? I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anybody's perfect, but the feedback that I've gotten from my clients, even from signers, I cannot tell you guys how many times I go to a signing where the borrower tells me these horror stories and experiences that they've had with other notaries who clearly didn't know what they were doing, that took 3 hours to do the signing because they didn't know what they were doing. So I think majority of notaries don't have the required education that I think that they should have before they start doing signings. A lot of people just try to jump into signings, loan signings, just with a notary commission without any loan signing certification. I highly discourage that, you know, because you're gonna be able to tell the difference, and you're gonna be doing yourself and your business a disservice. So yeah, I don't know. I disagree with what the article says. I think that, yeah, there's other ways to set yourself apart. You know, working hours people won't work or not available to work. You know, we all have notaries out there who will drive further than others. Those things, that's what the article is saying, will set you apart. But I don't know. For me, I have boundaries. I don't drive 100 miles out the way for even my best clients. And but I have other notaries who say, "Oh, that's what sets me apart. My client knows that I'll drive 200 miles for them." Here's the thing. My clients care enough about me, and they know, like, they wouldn't even ask me to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, your client has a need. They need somebody to go 200 miles away, but they can get another notary to do that, and you're not going to lose any business over it. You know, that's just my opinion. But other notaries, somebody else will tell you different. There are other notaries out there who say that they're going to drive the 200 miles for their client. So I don't know. You have to determine what your thing is, what sets you apart. You know, for me, I think what sets me apart is my extreme OCD ishness. That's not even a word, but I don't really make mistakes, you guys. Let me knock on wood, but I have not had any mistakes on my clients' files this year so far. I had no mistakes on my clients' files last year. That's what sets me apart. My clients will tell you, like, you notice everything. I literally notice and catch in and everything. And like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm not, you know, I'm sure there will come a day, you know, but so far, you know, my clients know if they give me a file, they're not gonna have to worry about it. They're not gonna have to worry about mistakes. So I don't know. Find your thing that sets you apart and roll with it. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Those are the tips on how to retain business, how to grow your business, how to find new business. Like I said, the top of the article is a couple things that I need to do that I have not done yet, like join my local land title association. I have not done that yet. I need to. So I'm gonna take a couple sips of my water. I'm gonna pick some winners. Oh Lord, how's everybody doing? Okay, so I'm gonna leave my email address in the chat, you guys, because if you want any merchandise, I'm gonna need you to email me your address so I can send it to you. So that's my email. Okay, so let's see. And so if Kim Davis, so email me your address and your shirt size, and I will definitely send you a shirt. Okay. So Carolina, go ahead and send me your address. And sizes. So everybody that I'm calling out, make sure to send me your address and your sizes. You're welcome. Okay. And Cassandra, make sure you send me your address and your sizes. Okay, and I'm gonna pick one more person and I'm gonna get up out of here. I don't want to hold y'all too long. But yeah, I hope that information was useful, you guys. I found some of it useful myself. Okay, let's see. Okay. 3M Mobile Notary Services. Make sure to send me your address and your sizes. Who else? I'm gonna give away something else too. Let's see. And Kiki, what's up, girl? Send me your address and your sizes. And that is it, y'all. Congratulations to everybody. Kiki is the last one. Kiki is the last winner. Congratulations to everybody. Make sure you send me your address and your sizes. And put my email address up again, and it is in the chat. It's info@dsignsnotaryservices.com. So just send me an email there, you guys, with your address and your sizes. And that is it. Everybody have an amazing day. Have an amazing September on your way out. Drop down some of your goals in the chat. I hope you guys are making goals for yourself monthly, weekly, quarterly, yearly. I know for me, the rest of the year, I plan to meet or exceed my $10,000 goal for the rest of 2021. And yeah, just continue to grow. So I will see you guys later. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live over with Renee. So you guys check that out if you can. That's 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to be talking about how I juggle my crazy life of working in this loan signing business. So we're going to be over on Facebook Live, I think it is. I think it's Facebook Live, but I'll post about it again. And yeah, make sure everybody send me, whoever I called out, send your address and your sizes, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. Peace.